Hi friends, Prepared Suburbanite here. Wanted to talk today a little bit about the perils of aging as a prepper, so stick around. I've been doing this YouTube channel for about 2 years now, and it's been a lot of fun, we'll just say that. But every once in a while I get a few comments that just rub me the wrong way. Here's a typical example. Quote, "Not trying to be rude, genuinely, not trying to be rude, but aren't you a little too old? If I was that old and had a family, I would probably kill myself so that more resources could go to my kids and other people in my group. If I was old and a shit hits the fan scenario and I was alone, what's the point of living? Just eating canned food and waiting to die? I would get too weak to process all of the things to live at that point, so I might just as well be dead." That was one of the comments that I got on a rice and beans video that I did a while ago. Here's a couple more. "Go sit in a bunker and eat your canned food, because that's where your retirement went, you ignorant old man. Slowly but surely, your kind is dying off. Ain't that nice?" Here's another one. "Wow, old people have opinions on everything. Can't you just die and give your grandkids their much-deserved inheritance?" Gee whiz, the perils of growing old in today's society. Well, thankfully, you've got to learn when you've got a YouTube channel to shrug stuff like that off and not let it get under your skin. But you know what? Once you read it, it sticks with you. But I really got to thinking about aging. I'm 65 years old now. And I guess the bottom line is I never thought aging would take so long. Here we are in the modern age here, and at 65 years old, in previous generations, go back however long you want to go, 65 was like absolutely ancient. Well, honestly, I feel like I'm just getting started with the second phase of my life, but it's all in the perspective. But I looked up and saw a very interesting article, got this from WebMD, about what happens as you age to your cardiovascular system. Your heart rate becomes slower and your heart might enlarge. The blood vessels and arteries become stiffer and forces your heart to work harder to pump blood. That leads to high blood pressure and potentially other cardiovascular problems. What happens to your joints and muscles? Well, your bones tend to shrink in size and in density, which causes them to weaken and become susceptible to fracture. Muscles lose strength and flexibility. You have less coordination and trouble balancing. That's why old people seem to fall down more often than middle-aged folks. How about that? In your digestive system, constipation is a recurring theme as you age. Your urinary tract, incontinence. That's why they make Depends. Can be related to diabetes, an enlarged prostate for men, menopause for women, but it's one of the things that come along with aging. Your memory. Memory becomes less efficient with age. It takes longer to learn new stuff and to remember words and names. Your eyes and your ears. Your eyes will have difficulty focusing on objects once you pass 40 years old, or, thereabouts. Happened to me, I think, right on my 40th birthday, that all of a sudden, now I got to wear glasses. You're more sensitive to the glare and the bright sunlight. You have diminished night vision. Cataracts are common. Diminished hearing. You lose the tendency to hear high-frequency sounds and potentially in the conversational range. It's happened to me. Your teeth. Well, receding gums, tooth decay, cavities, broken teeth, that kind of stuff. Your skin. Your skin actually gets thinner as you become older. Becomes less elastic and more fragile. You're easily bruised. Dry skin, you have wrinkles, age spots, and potentially small growths are very common, skin tags, that kind of stuff. Your weight, as your muscle mass decreases, body fat will take its place. You'll end up burning fewer calories through the fat than you do with muscle. So with fewer calories being burned, the more weight you're going to gain if you continue to eat the same volume of calories that you did in the past. I found it very interesting that this particular article then went into, what do you do about all these things as you get older? So here's what the article recommends. Physical activity. A daily regime of physical activity that includes walking, potentially swimming, biking, hiking, and other physical activities that you enjoy doing. You could be working out on a Peloton or a stair stepper or one of those things if that's what you enjoy doing. But a daily routine of physical activity helps keep you young. Eating healthy. Veggies, fruits, whole grains, high fiber, lean protein like fish, and no saturated fats and excess sodium. That's a tough one because I enjoy good food, but it's very difficult to stay true to a healthy diet, and it's very, very important as you get older, as we age. Don't smoke. I smoked for 35 years, and I tried quitting pretty much every day. And I was never successful until about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. My wife and I both quit. We lasted actually 4 years. And we went to a party, and somebody was passing out cigarettes. Here, have one. And I said, oh, sure, that's a party. I just have a couple of beers and a smoke. That'll be great. Right back at it again. Boom, fell off the wagon. Smoked for another 5 years. And about 4 years ago, we quit again. And here we are. Haven't touched a cigarette since then. And I'll tell you, you can really feel the difference. But not smoking really does help. Kind of gives you a third lung in a way. If you've been a smoker, you know what it's like. Your clothes don't stink. You can smell aromas again. It's wonderful to go through that, but it's good for your heart. It's good for your teeth. It's good for your weight. It's good for everything about you. So if you're smoking, quit. If you don't smoke, never start. Avoid substance abuse. Well, that's smoking is one of them. Excess alcoholic drinks, that's another one. Recreational drugs, that's another one. None of those things do you any good. They may make you feel good for a real short period of time, but they don't do anything good for your cardiovascular system, your digestive system, your eyes, your ears, your skin, nothing. So stay away from that kind of stuff. Hydration. Stay hydrated all the time. And that's not only internal, but external. Moisturizers on your skin, stuff like that. Helps keep the skin healthy. Being hydrated internally keeps a lot of stuff moving the way it should be moving. Your cardiovascular system, your digestive systems, it's really, really important. Mental activity kind of goes along with physical activity, but mental activity. I remember my mother-in-law at age 60, thereabouts, she did crossword puzzles every day. And she could finish the local newspaper's crossword puzzle in 10, 15 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. She knew all the right answers. So she'd pick up at the supermarket the books of the New York Times, and she'd work on those. Those are a lot more challenging, and she was able to whip through those in 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the degree of difficulty, but it kept her mind sharp. She knew what was going on all the way through. She lived to be about 93 years old, and she was sharp as a tack right up to the last day. Mental activities, very important. Beyond just crossword puzzles, taking up a new hobby, learning new skills. Those are the kinds of things. Even playing trivia games, it's very, very helpful to keep your mind going. It keeps your memory fresh, keeps you going, keeps you invigorated. The article also recommends regular checkups. So see your doctor, have your annual physical, get to the dentist on at least an annual basis to check your teeth, that kind of stuff. Go see the eye doctor at least once a year, maybe once every 2 years. Keep your prescriptions for your eyeglasses and your contact lenses up to date. If you've got a diminished hearing issue, go see the hearing doctors and get that treated. Sometimes it's just wax buildup in your ears. Other times you're really going to need a hearing aid. And they're expensive, but they are absolutely well worth it. I can tell you from experience. Take precautions was also recommended. If you're out and about in the sunshine and the glare, wear sunglasses. Wear protective clothing. Use sunscreen, wide-brimmed hats. If you're running equipment, chainsaws, and you're around loud noises, that kind of a thing, wear ear protection. So, very common themes with all these particular maladies, which I found very fascinating. Cardiovascular, your joints and your bones, digestive, urinary tract, memory, eyes and ears, teeth, skin and weight. All those things, every single one of the things that I just mentioned, were recommended to do to keep yourself young. So in spite of what some of the commenters had to say about aging and my age and what they would do if they were my age and all that kind of stuff, my whole goal is to set a personal record every day for the number of consecutive days lived. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you on the next video.